So today I'm going to cover Jmeter. See, Jmeter is open source, which is available for for the performance testing point of view. That you can test the application, you can test the performance of the application, your backend APIs, your services, your APIs. Okay, you can call them and you can check that okay, your APIs are working fine with number of users, with number of threads. So this is actually a basically a performance testing tool. So there is a separate course content for Jmeter. I'm not going to cover Jmeter completely. I'm just going to cover how can you test your APIs or REST APIs, okay, with the help of Jmeter. I'll tell you that okay, how to test functional testing, okay, how to do functional testing of your APIs of your services with the help of Jmeter. So it's very important. Sometimes you may check that okay, some companies, okay, I can give you some examples that okay, Google, they are using Jmeter for executing their 10,000 test cases daily. If you don't want to write any code, or if you want to avoid HTTP client or REST clients or REST assureds, if you don't want to write the Java code, you can use Jmeter. Okay, it's very simple, but I won't prefer to do that because you cannot design a good framework over here. You can for basic request and for basic request and response point of view, you can check. In fact, you can validate number of responses also. I'll tell you in upcoming sessions that how to validate the JSON response, okay, in JMeter. But sometimes for small projects, let's say you have only 5 or 10 APIs for small projects. In that case, if you don't want to write the entire framework in HTTP client or REST assured, easily you can do it with JMeter. Okay, so JMeter is also used for functional testing for APIs, for REST APIs. So how to do that? So Jmeter is open source, okay, and it's totally the architecture. If you see that it's totally completely based on Java. So you make sure that okay, Java is available on your laptop. And the second thing is that you have to download Jmeter. So how to download Jmeter? What you have to do? You have to go to Google and simple write Jmeter download. Okay, it's either you are using Mac or Windows, that doesn't matter. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to go to their standard site jmeterapache.org. So Jmeter is provided by Apache. Okay, this is the company, and Apache, there are so many products, okay, from Apache, and Jmeter is one of them. What you have to do, you don't need to download source code, you need to download binaries. Okay, and you have to download this particular zip file. Can you see that? Apache Jmeter 4.0 zip. You just need to click on it. You don't need to install. Okay, you just need to download this zip file, and the moment you download a zip file, automatically then you have to extract it. And then what you have to do, this is the, let's say I've already downloaded, so I'm not going to download. So this is a Jmeter, okay, Apache Jmeter 4.0 folder is there in my downloads folder. You just need to, okay, go over there, go to bin. Okay, under that bin, this file is there, Jmeter file is there. Okay, can you see that? Jmeter, you need to double click on it. So what I'm gonna do, I have already opened my Jmeter over here, so I'm gonna close this and then I'll open it again. Okay, so this is the Jmeter, this, okay, this is the executable file. You need to, okay, open that, simple. And don't close this. After a few seconds, Jmeter will be launched. It will check your configurations and everything, and then it will open your Jmeter. Now you can see that, just minimize this command terminal, don't close it, don't close this. See now the Apache Jmeter is getting launched. Okay, and you can see that this is the Jmeter. Now what you have to do, you just need to maximize it and you can start working on it. So again, there are two things in Jmeter. In Jmeter we have, this is the standard rights thing where you create your project and everything. Okay, this is the configuration part. Okay, that what kind of configuration you need, what kind of details you want to fill up and all those things. So in Jmeter, this is the project structure. The first thing is called test plan. Okay, test plan means obviously what kind of test you want to write. So what we have to do, we just need to right click on it, and number of options are available if you go to add. The first option, guys, you have to select threads. Okay, what kind of thread group you want to use. So simple select thread group, that how many number of threads, how many number of users you want to check, because ultimately this is the performance testing tool. right? This is a performance testing tool. So what we have to do with this particular performance testing, we know we want to generate number of users, but we are not going to generate 100 users or 10 users or 1000 users. Why? Because I don't want to do that. Why? Because I want only one user, because I just want to check my functionality of my APIs are working fine or not. I just want to check my APIs, my REST services are working fine or not. I'm able to hit the request and getting the response. I'm not going to check the performance testing. So I want only number of users one. Okay, number of ramp up period means how many of ramp up period 1 second means after 1 seconds again one user. This particular user will be used. And loop count means note, okay, again and again I'm checking this particular. So this is all about the performance testing, okay, terminologies, that number of threads, ramp up period, loop count. So this is the configuration, only just fill one, one, and one. And don't want to increase the number of threads, increase the number of virtual users, so that I can check the performance of the application. That is a separate course, guys. Jmeter is a totally different thing. Performance engineering is a totally different area. Okay, this is not part of this particular syllabus content of this particular training. Okay, so just simple, you just need to add one thread group, and after thread group, what you have to do, again right click on it and go to add, go to your config element. Okay, so what kind of header you want to pass? So let's see, I'm going to take the example of, we have seen so many APIs earlier. Let's see, I want to check that some get APIs. Let's see, this is the, let me check. Okay, let's see, this is a get API. I want to check what is the weather in Pune or some other city. So I just simply click on send and Pune. Instead of Pune, let's see, I'm passing that what is the weather today in Bangalore. In Bangalore, temperature is around 25.18 and city is Bangalore. So this is the response we are getting in Postman. Same thing we have seen in Rest Assured, same thing we have seen in HTTP client also. Now there is another way, that is called Jmeter. So how to do that in Jmeter? So we have seen that first we have to create the request. So for creating the request, this is the header, that okay, what kind of header you want to pass. So I want to pass, okay, let's say content type. Content type is application JSON. So you have just need to click on add, and what is your content type? My content type is, remember we used to pass content type. My content type is application JSON. This is my content type. And after that, what you have to do? Simple, press Control S or Command S if you're using Mac. Simple, save it. Let's see, I'm gonna save it on my, let's see, API underscore test. Okay, so Jmeter will save this particular, okay, file or this particular project with .jmx. Okay, Jmeter extended file, executable file, JMX. Okay, so simple .jmx, it will use this particular extension .jmx, and simple, I'll go to my desktop, and let's see on my desktop what I'm gonna do. Okay, sorry, I'll go to my, let me delete this. Sorry, I'll go to my desktop, I'll create a new folder. Let's see, Jmeter test, and I'll go to this particular folder. Sorry, Jmeter test, and I'll save it over here on my desktop. So this particular project got saved, and if I go to my on my desktop Jmeter test, you can see that okay, API test underscore JMX file got stored. Now you can send this particular JMX file to anyone. Okay, let's say you're sending to me, and I'm sending to you. So you can simple import this particular JMX file in Jmeter, and then the exact project you can see it over there. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so I have saved this particular. First save it, and then so this is the content type I have defined. After that, what we have to do? Test plan, and let's see, thread group I have defined some name you can give. Let's see, my thread group name is like this. You can give any name. Get weather thread group. Okay, this is the name I have given. Give some proper name. Okay, you can change the name, whatever the name you want to give according to your project, according to okay your application, you can give any name. Now what I'm going to do, that simple, I'm going to add one more thing, that is called HTTP request defaults. Okay, HTTP request defaults may, what you have to do, you have to give what kind of server you are using. What is your server name? So my server name is this, according to it means what is your URL. So this is the URL, this is a URL I'm going to use from here to here. Okay, this is a server name. Okay, and okay, slash Bangalore, I'll do it. Okay, I'll show you where exactly you have to add. Simple, save it. So this is my server name. Don't use HTTP over here because this is a server name, REST API demoqa.com slash utility slash weather slash city. And what kind of protocol you're using? I'm using HTTP. Simple, you need to define over there HTTP like this. After that, what we have to do, again, just a minute. Sorry, inside the test plan, again, go to your config element and you have to add where is that option, just a minute. So what you have to do, get weather guys, get weather is the thread group. This is the header manager for headers, and this is the request that okay what kind of request you are using. So that is fine. Okay, you have to add under your test plan, but under your thread group what you have to do, right click on your thread group, go to sampler, and under that sampler you have to select this HTTP request. So just click on it, HTTP request. It means what kind of request it is. It is a get call, post call, put and delete call. So you will see number of options over here: get, post, put and delete. So I'm using get call, and again, what is your server IP name? So my server IP name is this. Okay, this is my server IP name. What kind of protocol you're using? I'm using HTTP protocol. What is your path? My path is slash Bangalore. Okay, this is my path, slash Bangalore, and just simple save it. And you have to select get call, don't select post, because obviously this is not a post call, this is simple get call. You can see it over here, this is a get call, and this is a server name, and slash Bangalore is the parameter, and fine. Now what I have to do, I have to generate some reports so that I can see that okay what kind of results are coming. Okay, are we getting a correct result or not? So how to add okay reports or generate the reports in Jmeter. So simple, just right click on your or this particular HTTP request. Let's see, I said this is my get weather info HTTP request. Okay, I can give some name so that I immediately get to know that okay this is a get call with weather info HTTP request. And now I have to generate the report. So simple, right click on your test plan, go to add, and go to listener. Listener means okay your result listener you have to add. So there are so many listeners, so we are not bothered about all those things. We have to select couple of listeners. That first listener is view results tree. Okay, so you will see the results over here. But okay, what kind of results you want? So let's see, I just want to give view results tree get weather info view results tree, and simple save it. Okay, so now this is the basic project got created, and let's see the test plan. Also you can change the test plan name, whatever. Let's see your test plan for API testing. So some project you have created. This is the thread group we have created. Number of threads, we need only one thread. Get weather info, this is the HTTP call, and this is the server name, and this is the get call that we have added, and slash Bangalore that we have to path parameter. Okay, and HTTP header manager, we have seen that okay content type application JSON this is the content type. HTTP request defaults, so in defaults we have seen that okay this is the HTTP and this is a server name, and this is a result section view results tree. So you will see the results over here of your API. Now if you run this program, so how will you, sorry, not program actually, if you run this project, simple click on test plan, and this is a run button. You see that this is a run button, and simple click on it, and you will see the results over here. It's saying red means it's, we will see the request, what kind of request it sent. It is sending, see, HTTP request weather city, okay, instead of this slash Bangalore, and the response data is saying, okay, let's see what is the error. Rest API demo QA utilities weather slash city. See, after this it's square bracket, it is appending. So we do one thing, some mistake we are doing. Okay, this is correct. HTTP request defaults also, this is correct. Let me remove this. Let's see. Let me run it again. Again it is showing red. What is the request? Is creating y slash HTTP. Data type text bin. Expected closing bracket for IP version 6 address at index 13. City Bangalore. Okay, let's see. Okay, city, and don't use parameter over here like this. Sometimes it's very case sensitive, guys. You small bracket if you're missing, or a small slash also it's missing. So let me run it again, and let's see the results again. Third result is saying, what is the result? Again, city slash Bangalore. So what we have to do, guys, I'll repeat that this is a get weather info. This is a thread group. Okay, this is a get weather info HTTP request. Okay, we have this HTTP protocol. What kind of protocol you are using? I'm using HTTP protocol, and no need to write HTTP over here, that HTTP colon double slash, because automatically it will append with your protocol over here. This is my protocol name, this is my server name, okay, and this is my path parameter. This is the, okay, path parameter. And don't give any slash after city. Why? Because city double slash it will append otherwise. So automatically it will take city slash Bangalore, and this is a get call. And from HTTP request defaults, you don't need this actually. You can delete this. Let me delete this. You don't need this. Okay, and save your project and run it again. So run it again. You can see that the results are coming in green color, and you can see the request is properly now. This is a URL, REST API demo QA utilities weather city Bangalore, and you can see the exact URL over there. Okay, over here, city slash Bangalore, and this is the response we are getting. So let's end with the 200 response code. So you can see this is a request, this is the request, right? And data, we are not passing any data, so data is blank, right? And in the response, if you see, this is the response we are getting. City Bangalore temperature is this, humidity is this, like this. Okay, so this is a response we are getting. And if you see the sampler result, in the sampler result it's saying that, okay, these are the request, okay, these are the response headers we are getting, and inside the response header we are getting this is 200 status code also. It means this particular request is absolutely fine. Okay, now what I'll do one thing, that instead of Bangalore, let's say I want to check the weather in Pune. Simple save it and click on test plan and then run it. If you see the results for Pune, now the request is city slash Pune, response data is this, city is Pune, and data is like this, right? Now let's do one thing, that we will check some other APIs also now. So how to create another API? So to create another API, what we have to do, again right click on your thread group, sampler, HTTP request. Now this time my HTTP request is that, let's see, get user info HTTP request. Again, this is the get call. And what is your server name? So if you remember, we have seen request res.in, right? Let's see, this is the, yeah. See, yesterday we have seen, let me check request res.in. See, we have seen number of users. If you send this request, we are getting a response. This is the response we should get. Okay, with request res.in API/users. Okay, so this is the request URL. So I'll go to get user info. What is your request URL? This is the IP. I'll remove HTTP from here. And what kind of protocol? HTTP protocol. Any parameter? No. After /users, we don't have any parameter. So parameter is blank, nothing. Is it a get call? Yes, it is a get call. If it is a get call, fine, simple, save it. And if you run it, now two test cases I have written. This is the first one, first call. This is the second call. Okay, so let's run it and get weather info. I'll clear my results. So how to clear? Simple click on this icon. It will clear your previous results. Now the totally blank results are coming. Now run it again. And you can see that, see, first get weather info is working fine and get user info is also working fine. And you can see that okay, this is for city Pune and this is for request. You can see request rec.in API/users running fine. Okay, and you can see that, okay, maybe it got called two times. Okay, it got two times. One is for HTTP and another is for HTTPS. So that is fine. Okay, so if you can see the response with HTTP, it does not show any response, but with HTTPS it's showing this particular response. So you can ignore this HTTP part, but you can see the response data. See, this is a page 1, total is equal to 12, total page is 4. Okay, same thing, you can see that, okay, total page is 4, total 12. And if you want to see that this is the exact JSON we are getting or not, so simple Control A, Control C, go to Google. One site is there, simple, called jasonlint.com. So on JSONlint, you can validate this particular JSON. Simple copy paste. This is a long JSON and simply click on validate JSON. So it will give you the validate JSON. If it is in green color, it means this is a validate JSON. And you can see that this is the postman, page 1 per page 3, total 12, total pages 4. Page 1 per page 3, total 12, total pages 4. And we are getting three users, ID 1, ID 2 and ID 3. This guy, and this guy, same. George Bluth, Janet Weaver, Emma Wong. So George Bluth, Janet Weaver, and Emma Wong we are getting. So in Jmeter we are getting this particular response, which is absolutely fine response, right? So we can see like that also. Okay. So this is a request we have added. So you can add number of get requests over here like this. Any confusion here? So this is the very basic thing I have covered, but how to validate? So validation point I'll tell you later. That whatever the response we are getting, see, this is the response I'm getting, right? Or this particular response, but I haven't validated that city is equal to Pune or something like that. So you can validate those things also. I'll tell you later that, okay, through JSON path tester or JSON path assertions, I'll tell you later that, okay, how to validate your JSON over here. Right now, let's see, we have created 1,000 APIs over here or 100 APIs over here, and you are hitting those APIs and you are getting the response, but you are not validating. What is the guarantee that, okay, you are getting city is equal to Pune or something like that, right? So those things I'll tell you later in the next session. But today let's cover some basic things that, okay, now how to do a post call. So to do a post call, again, what we have to do, let's see, for post call, first we need what kind of request it is. So for post call, let's see, this is the post call register, customer register. Okay, again, I'll create a sampler HTTP request, and my HTTP request name is register user is the HTTP request, and this is a post call. So I'll select post, and your server name is this. I'll remove HTTP from here, and customer. Okay, are you passing any path? No path. Simple, you can pass like this, or you can, guys, it's up to you. Sometimes some companies say that okay, this is a demoqa.com is the server name, and path is this customer slash register. Okay, so ultimately it will append http api.com demo.com and slash customer slash register. You can write like this also. But with the post call, what we have to do, we have to pass such data, because we have to pass the payload with the post call, right? We have seen in HTTP client also, in Postman also, in Rest Assured also, we have seen with the post call we have to pass some parameters like first name, last name, username, password, and email we have to pass. So how to do that in Jmeter? So to do this thing, we have to click on body data. Okay, so what kind of body data we need? So we need, okay, we need like this multiple data form data, just a minute, browser compatible headers. Okay, I think they have removed that option. Okay, so it's simple, you just need to copy paste this particular JSON payload over here. Password is 10 test, let's see, and tom@gmail.com, whatever the data you want to pass. So we have seen this particular request earlier. Remember that we have to pass this particular JSON payload. So same payload, you have to click on body data and simple click on it. I mean simple copy paste over here. So this particular request payload you will be getting from a developer, and this is the URL and everything, and this is the post call. Body data is this, and let's see it is working or not. I'll go to my result tree. Whatever the previous data is there, I'll just delete it. Previous results, and I click on it. Simple save it. Control S and run this program. So we will see that get weather info, get user info, and post register user. It's saying user already exists. It means that user we have already created so many times, right? So what we will do, we will change. You can see that this is the request we are sending, guys. HTTP REST API demoqa.com customer register, and this is the post data. This is the post data. First name Tom, this and this. Okay, and the response we are getting, user already exists, right? User already exists. Now we will change the data. So I'll go to my, let's see, Tom 001, Peter 001, username 001, like this, and Tom 001. Save it and run it again. I'll go to my result tree. I'll erase it. You can see all the three are running fine. Response data, operation success, operation completed successfully, right? And if you see the sampler result, in the result also we are getting 201, and we were getting here also 201 if we pass the data, unique data over here while creating. So we were getting 201, although this is the blank one. Let's see if we're passing something like this. Okay, user already exists. Let's see. See, 201 created, operation successful, operation created, completed successfully, and here we are getting 201. In the response we are getting the exact match, operation successful, operation completed successfully. So I have created post also, and this is a get call like this. Now let's create another API sampler HTTP request. I'll create put now. Let's see, put update user, because put means we have to update something, right? So for update user, we have seen, guys, yesterday that this is the put call. Okay, along with put call, this is the payload I have to pass. So what I'll do again with the put call, this is the payload. Okay, this is a server. I'll remove this HTTP. I'll write HTTPS/2, and this is the put call. And inside the body data, what we have to do, inside the body data, this is the body data we have to pass, that I want Naveen, I want to change, okay, name equal to Naveen and job equal to manager, and this is the put call. Now if you run this, let's run it again, you will see the results: get, post, put. Okay, all the results we are getting, and with the put also we are getting the same thing, name Naveen. And if you see, we are getting the same thing over here, right? Name Naveen, job, and updated at. We are getting the same thing over here, that name Naveen, job, updated at. If you see this is the correct JSON or not, simple copy this, go to JSON lint, select all, Control V, and validate JSON. We are getting the correct JSON. JSON is starting from here and ending here. Name Naveen, job manager, updated at. Right? So this is the same response we are getting over here for put call also. Now let's see some more other. Now we will see the delete also. Right? So how to check delete? So for delete, let's see, I want to delete API/user/2. I want to delete this particular data. ID equal to 2. I want to delete. If you send this request, we are getting 204 no content and blank data. So with put call, what is the sampler result we are getting? For put call, we are getting 200. Right, so this is also fine. Now I'll add one delete call. Simple right click, go to add sampler, HTTP request, and my HTTP request is delete user, like this, and this is a delete API. Okay, I'll write like this, delete user HTTP request. Now this is a delete call, so I'll select delete what is HTTP S, and again I'll be using this particular URL. Okay, I'll remove slash delete second user. I'll remove HTTPS from here. Okay, I have removed this. And body data, no, we don't need any body data. Any parameter, no, we don't need to pass any parameter. Everything is fine. And this is a delete call. So let's run it. Just save it and run it again. You can see the results tree: get, post, put, and for delete also, delete user. It's saying 204 no content. It means the data got deleted. Here also getting the same thing, 204 no content. Okay, and these are the headers we are getting. All the headers we are getting over here. Similarly, such kind of headers we are getting: X powered by Express, status 204, server Cloudflare. Okay, we are getting the same thing over here: server Cloudflare, CFRay, ETag, Access, X powered by, blah blah blah. We have all those things, and the response data we are getting: no response data, blank response. Same thing over here. Are we getting any response? No, blank response. So we are not getting any blank response. Request is also HTTPS request rec.in API user/2, and these are the requested headers. And any data you are passing? No, we are not passing any data. Simple URL we are hitting, and we are getting the results: 204 no content we are getting. Right? So number of times you can execute them. If you run it again, just clear this, go to a test plan again, click on it, and you will see results one by one. See, it's so fast. 5 APIs we called, within 2 seconds you are getting the results. You can check all the things quickly over here. Later on, I'll tell you that what is the okay, what is the how to put assertions. Okay, how can you get the results from the CSV, or to parameterize the things, just like we did in HTTP request, and right, and rest assured how to get the data from Excel file and Jmeter, so that you can parameterize those things also. So a proper systematic test cases, guys, you can define okay over here also. So this is very simple and very interesting. A lot of people, they are doing if you really want to save your time, you have 15-20 APIs in your company, and then you can create, within 1 hour you can create all these requests okay over here, and write the assertions not in TestNG, Jmeter is having its own assertion. I'll tell you what are the different assertions that you can write assertions like this. Go to config element and we have a post processor, JSON extractor, and okay, we have assertions also, JSON assertions on all those things, XPath assertions. Okay, I'll tell you how to put the assertions. Okay, response assertions and all we can add. So okay, but I'll tell you what are different assertions we really need. I'm going to remove this. Okay, in the next session I'll tell you. So these are the different things, guys, you can practice, and any kind of request you can hit. Okay, let's see, I have one more request for you guys. Let me show you. Yeah, see, let's see, I'm passing New Delhi. This is the rest countries.eu rest v2 capital. We just need to pass any capital. Let's say I'm passing capital New Delhi. So I'm getting this particular response, and this is a get call. So how to use this particular API quickly? Again, under thread group, go to sampler HTTP request. What kind of HTTP request it is? This is get capital. You can give any name, just but write proper name. Otherwise, you will be confused. Get capital city info HTTP request. Let's see, this is a name. So immediately you can read this particular test case, and immediately you will get to know, okay, this is what they are. Okay, we are talking about get capital city info HTTP request. What kind of, this is a get call. What kind of server IP? This is a server IP HTTPS. So I'll be sorry, HTTPS and slash. Okay, what are the path? This is New Delhi capital slash New Delhi. You can pass it over here and simple save it, and let's run it again. And we'll see the results. Get user, post register, post update user, delete user, and get capital city info. You are getting 200. This is a request New Delhi, and response data we are getting. Just copy paste this entire response, go to JSON lint, select and validate it. You will see that okay, the complete JSON, okay, about New Delhi information we are getting. The same thing we are getting over here, that name equal to India, and zip code and all those things, where country code is 91, capital is New Delhi, alt spelling int Bharat Republic of India, and blah blah blah, the things, number of borders, native code and languages, all those things we are getting over here, right? You can see that border, the complete border, okay, all the countries, border countries we are getting over here, currencies we are getting, languages, all such information, translations, okay, in Urdu, in English, in Chinese, in uh, different other okay, languages. They have seen the complete information, the complete JSON, okay, we are getting over here, and the same JSON we are getting in Postman, and same JSON we are getting over here in Jmeter also. So this is what you can test it, and then once you put the assertions, then you are good to go, and you can save a lot of time. I have seen in Google that they have written around 10,000 APIs in Jmeter, and Jmeter is so fast, no need to write the code, nothing. But for small projects, you can do that, guys. If you're really good in all these things, you can do that. But I would always prefer to use, you know, HTTP client and REST assured API, because you can write, you can manipulate whatever you want to validate. You can do that. The maintenance will be very easy if you're writing the code instead of these tools. But these tools are really helpful for your small projects. Okay, so if you have only 5 to 10 APIs, simple create the test cases like this in Jmeter. So you will eventually you will learn Jmeter also, and later on tomorrow your manager says that okay, no, please do the performance testing. So you can start performance testing also. The framework is already ready. You just need to go to your thread group, and let's say you want to test your application with total number of threads are 10. Ramp up period is, let's see, 5, and every 5 minutes 10 users. Okay, let's see, 5 users will be there in every, okay, in every 5 seconds. So you can change the configuration, and once you run it, now see, I'll clear the results and then I'll run it again. You'll see the results. See all the requests, so many 10 users are hitting the request concurrently now. So you are doing performance testing like this also. See, 10 different users are coming in every 5 seconds like this, and it's keep running. See, it keeps running your test cases again and again. Okay, these guys are okay calling your APIs. Okay, so now the execution is done. It took around 24 seconds. Okay, all the users are done. See, I'll show you again how exactly you have to check. I'm gonna run it again. You will see that fourth user, fifth user, sixth user, seventh user, eighth user, ninth user, and 10th user, okay, are hitting the APIs. Okay, and now still hitting the API. See, still it's hitting the API now. First user is done, second user is done. Now only 7 users are pending. So once you get 0 by 10, now that okay, your program is over. Okay, now there are no users are hitting the APIs. So first it will catch all those 10 users, and then one by one all the users will be hitting your all the APIs. And so many APIs are there around. How many APIs we have written? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It means 6 APIs and 10 different users are hitting those APIs. It means 10 into 6, around 60 times you are hitting all those APIs like this. Okay, so this is how we do performance testing also, but that is a different area. So this is the biggest advantage with Jmeter. Let you tomorrow, if you want to do any performance testing also, immediately you just need to change your thread group. Tomorrow I want to check it with 50 users, and I want to check, okay, that 50 users, with the 50 users, okay, and ramp up period in, let's see, immediately in 2 seconds. Loop count means, let's see, loop count is 10. How many users you want to introduce in every 2 seconds, and maximum users can hit the API, 50 users. And if you run it, let's see, now you can see the results. Now the 50 users are getting involved. See, now sometimes we are getting red lines. I'll tell you why red lines. This is how we are doing the performance testing, that okay, this API is so poor that we are getting some, okay, sample data is 500 internal error. It means server is confused. Why so many requests are coming concurrently? 50 users are hitting my APIs, on my server. So server is confused now. It means these APIs, whatever the APIs we are using, all these demo QA or rest country.eu and all those stuff, these APIs are not powerful APIs. See, demoqa.com is just some simple API. One simple server is running, right? You can see some red lines are there. See, it keeps calling these APIs again and again, with 5 users, with 10 users, with 50 users altogether, hitting the server. Okay, and you can see that now all the 50 users are done. You can see red line means, all the red line means error. We are passing this, so maybe response we are getting that 500 internal error. Why? Because duplicate, okay, values are getting created, something like this. So maybe it's giving 500 internal error, or maybe 10 users are hitting the same APIs again and again. The server got confused, and server is not able to handle such kind of request because the server configuration is not up to the mark, or maybe server is running on some machine. The machine configuration is very low. Maybe they are using only 2 GB RAM or something like this. See, still it's hitting this because still it's only 50 users involved. Once it is 0 by 50, then only it will be stopped. You can see that from last 1 minute 45 seconds, still it's running. Okay, guys, so this is how we do performance testing also. Although that's a totally different area. Don't worry if you're not able to understand these things. But Jmeter is actually used for performance testing, but we can use it for functional testing also. See, again, get weather info, again it's confused. Get weather info, this guy is saying 500 internal. It's saying 500 internal server error. Server is confused that okay, it's not. See, if you are the server, let's say I'm the server, or I'm the trainer. If 50 users or 50 students are talking to me, or maybe sending me, okay, different questions, or okay, asking the questions to me, I won't be able to do that. I won't be able to handle it. So I'll be crashed. Right? Same thing with the server also. Server will be crashed. Until unless I should have super brain, okay, superhuman brain I should have in my body, or with the server that okay, it should have very strong high configuration, just like walmart.com, amazon.com, Okay, why their services are so high, why their servers are so impactful, so great? Why? Because they are always available. They never gets down. YouTube never gets down. Why? Because they are using very high thing, I mean high server configuration over there. Facebook never gets down, right? So such kind of performance testing we have to perform with that. Okay, all the 10,000 users during the shopping day, or during the Thanksgiving day, or maybe Diwali season, or Holi season, or some holiday season is going on. Sorry. So in that case, how exactly your servers are responding? You can see that, okay, 3-4 years back, Flipkart in India, that's an e-commerce company. On 6th of October, they released Big Billion Day. Okay, Big Billion Day sale. Sale was going on that day. Early morning, 7 o'clock, the server got crashed. They started sale at around 6:30. Within half an hour, most of the items were out of stock. People were not able to, make the payment. Some payment got failed. So before that day, Flipkart was having very good image in the market. Okay, it was beating Amazon somewhere, or it was like people were comparing Flipkart with Amazon because of their services, because of those things in India. It was like it was becoming the biggest, largest Indian e-commerce company, right? But after 6th of October, on that day, 3 years back, I think 4 years back, that day they made a lot of mistakes over there. They were not ready for that, and they released those things, and they announced that, okay, 6th October is a big billion day sale is going on. And now the entire India got mad. Early morning, in fact, me also, 6 in the morning, I woke up, and I was, because one pen drive, you were getting one pen drive in 1 rupee only, right? So they were not ready for that. They did not do any performance testing for that, or maybe some good amount of data. They were not expecting that, okay, such amount of crowd will hit our services, will hit our servers, Flipkart.com, right? So they were immature in the market that time. They were not aware about, okay, such amount of volume of users, of number of customer will be hitting Flipkart.com at the same time. So during 6:30 to 7, the server got crashed. Most of the items got out of stock. Some orders were not happening properly. Incomplete order, incomplete payment. A lot of users on their Facebook account, on their Twitter account, people were actually abusing them. Where is my money? Where is my product? And after 15 days, I think after 10 days, Flipkart CEO, Binny Bansal, both, okay, this guy sent a mail. The co-founders, they sent a mail to all the customers, sorry mail, the apologies mail sent by these guys. So after that day, the image, okay, it took a lot of time. And again, they came back in October next year with the proper planning, with the proper performance testing, with the proper configuration, proper hardware and everything. Okay, they came up with the plan properly, and next year people were so happy that, okay, okay, still they were facing some problems, no doubt. Still Amazon.com, if you see announce any on Diwali, also on Thanksgiving Day, Amazon people still are facing some problem. Walmart is also facing some problem. 3-4 years back when I was in Walmart, for 30 minutes it got down because of they were not expecting such amount of data. So all the people were hitting the API in US. People, right? I mean, Sharmi Akbar, you guys are aware about it. On Walmart on that day, you can see the condition of Walmart stores. Same thing, people are hitting Walmart.com also, and Walmart was not ready. And for 30-40 minutes, Walmart.com was totally down, shut down. And I think around billions of like dollars they lost, revenue loss. And the entire team got fired in Walmart.com in US anyway. That particular team got fired. So this is very critical things, guys. API and the backend things. It looks very simple, it looks very easy or good. Okay, during the on the UI, that, okay, wow, something is happening and all those things. But in the backend, a lot of things are happening in parallel. Okay, so this is sorry for that story, guys, Flipkart and all. But I just want to share this experience.
I had similar experience too. When one of the